Are you a senior citizen wondering if you're entitled to that $1,400 stimulus payment that's been making headlines everywhere? Have you been checking your bank account daily, hoping to see that extra boost to your monthly income? Well, if you're one of the millions of Social Security recipients across America, you need to hear this breaking news because there are crucial updates that could directly impact your financial situation right now. If you want to stay updated on all the latest Social Security news, stimulus payments, and financial benefits for seniors, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss important updates that could put money back in your pocket. Let me tell you something that might surprise you about the current state of stimulus payments for Social Security recipients. While many Americans have already received their stimulus checks through various payment rounds, there's still significant confusion and misinformation circulating about whether seniors on Social Security are eligible for additional payments. The truth is more complex than what you might have heard on the news or read in those viral Facebook posts that seem to promise money from the government every other week. Here's what's actually happening with Social Security and stimulus payments right now. The federal government has indeed distributed multiple rounds of economic impact payments, commonly known as stimulus checks, over the past few years. These payments were designed to provide financial relief during economic hardships, and Social Security recipients were absolutely eligible for these payments. However, the key word here is were because the landscape has changed significantly since those initial payment programs ended. So why are people still talking about $1,400 stimulus payments for seniors? The confusion stems from several sources, and understanding these sources is crucial for anyone trying to navigate their financial planning. First, some seniors may have missed previous stimulus payments due to filing issues, address changes, or simply because they weren't required to file tax returns. The Internal Revenue Service has systems in place to help people claim these missed payments, but the process isn't automatic and requires action from the individual. Additionally, there are ongoing discussions at both federal and state levels about providing targeted financial assistance to seniors and other vulnerable populations. These discussions often get misreported or exaggerated as they travel through social media and various news outlets, creating false hopes and expectations among people who are genuinely struggling to make ends meet on fixed incomes. Let's talk about what Social Security recipients should actually expect in terms of government assistance right now. The most reliable and consistent form of federal support for seniors remains the Annual Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA, which is applied to Social Security benefits each year. This adjustment is designed to help Social Security payments keep pace with inflation, though many seniors argue that these adjustments don't adequately reflect the real increases in living costs they experience, particularly when it comes to healthcare, housing, and food expenses. For 2024, Social Security recipients saw a COLA increase, but this increase is built into their regular monthly payments rather than distributed as a separate lump sum. This means that if you're receiving Social Security benefits, you're already getting the government's current form of financial assistance, even though it might not feel like enough to cover your rising expenses. But what about those headlines claiming that $1,400 payments are coming to seniors? In most cases, these headlines are either outdated information about previous stimulus rounds, clickbait designed to generate website traffic, or misinterpretations of proposed legislation that may never actually become law. The reality is that Congress has not authorized any new broad-based stimulus payments specifically for Social Security recipients, despite ongoing economic challenges that continue to affect seniors disproportionately. This doesn't mean that financial assistance isn't available to seniors who are struggling. There are numerous federal and state programs designed to help older Americans with various expenses, from Medicare premium assistance to food assistance programs and energy bill help. However, these programs typically require applications and have eligibility requirements that vary depending on income, assets, and other factors. If you're a senior who missed previous stimulus payments, there may still be options available to you. The IRS allows eligible individuals to claim missed economic impact payments by filing a tax return and claiming the recovery rebate credit. This process can be complex, especially for seniors who don't typically file tax returns, but it's a legitimate way to receive money that you were entitled to receive earlier. The question that many seniors are asking is whether there will be additional stimulus payments in the future. While it's impossible to predict with certainty what Congress might do, the political and economic climate suggests that large-scale stimulus payments like those distributed during the height of the pandemic are less likely unless there's another significant economic crisis. Instead, Lawmakers are more likely to focus on targeted assistance programs and adjustments to existing benefits like Social Security and Medicare. For seniors who are struggling financially, it's important to understand that there are resources available beyond hoping for stimulus checks that may never come. State and local agencies often have programs specifically designed to help older adults with housing costs, utility bills, prescription medications, and food expenses. These programs might not provide the immediate lump sum that a stimulus check would, but they can provide ongoing support that makes a real difference in monthly budgeting. One thing that seniors should be particularly cautious about is scams related to stimulus payments. Unfortunately, criminals frequently target older adults with promises of government money that doesn't exist, often asking for personal information or upfront fees to process payments that will never arrive. The government will never ask you to pay fees to receive stimulus money, and legitimate government payments don't require you to provide social security numbers or bank account information over the phone or through email. If you're trying to determine whether you're owed any money from previous stimulus programs, the safest approach is to contact the IRS directly or work with a legitimate tax professional who can help you navigate the process of claiming missed payments. Don't rely on social media posts or unofficial websites that promise quick access to government money. The bottom line for Social Security recipients is that while $1,400 stimulus payments aren't currently being distributed by the federal government, there are still ways to access financial assistance if you need it. The key is to focus on verified, legitimate programs rather than chasing headlines about payments that may not exist. Stay informed about actual changes to Social Security benefits, explore available assistance programs in your area, and be cautious of anyone promising quick government money in exchange for personal information or fees. Remember, your financial security in retirement depends on reliable information and careful planning, not on hoping for windfall payments that may never materialize. By understanding what assistance is actually available and taking advantage of legitimate programs, you can make more informed decisions about your financial future.